piecing out on me because they want to believe whatever they're reading. That's fine. I'm okay. I promise. All right. I've got 1, 2 guys for ignoring them and just letting them waste their time. I don't read it. I read none of it. Matt has to go in there for attorney purposes, which is annoying slightly because then, he reads it. And we have customers who do send us some of the things that obviously that they think.
So I think it's funny when they're always like, right Matt or right Pam, like we're in there like.
I don't even go in there. I don't go in there, period, point blank. I haven't. Right. I don't need that shit in my life. Matt does go in to get things periodically for our attorney, our fake attorney, which they're going to be really surprised when they're served a notice. But that's besides the fact. However, I don't ever go in there. Chelsea does not ever go in there. Again, I have customers, and my customers, some of them are on this live, who actually send me screenshots, and it's not to be mean, it's for things for our attorney. They'll be like, this is X, Y, and Z. This should probably go to the attorney. And I say, thanks, I appreciate it, and I send it right over to Matt. I don't go in there. I ain't got no time or energy for that. And even if I did have time, I wouldn't be wasting my time on that. I can assure you that. But Matt does go in there. He doesn't live on there. He hasn't gone on in a few days, but it's for, again, attorney purposes. But I don't go in there. So y'all can, again, you can knock your socks off and say whatever you want. I don't care. The best is like, and there's stuff like, Amber, I've already talked to the attorney about that. It's the attorney who's dragging his feet now. And Matt he had a discussion with the attorney this week. They were supposed to have a discussion today, but the attorney didn't answer. And then, as you know, weekend, attorney took vacation for two weeks in between here. So I've already said that. We've been doing this since May. April. So it'll happen, but I have to just be patient, I guess, and just wait a little bit longer. It was supposed to happen this week, but every time I say it's supposed to happen next week, it doesn't happen. So I'm not even going to say it's going to happen next week or the following week. I don't know. It's annoying, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I can't make it go any faster. All right. Oh, and the reason we're not just sending cease and desist letters is because that's just not enough for me. We were at that point in May, and then a bunch of stuff conspired, and I'm like, that's not enough for Pam Webster no more. I don't want just a cease and desist going out. So that could have happened. I'm not interested in that anymore. All right. Oh, the attorney has been in there. So is what is she, the paralegal?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know if these pants, do they match the shirt? They could. Yeah. Get figured out. You know what? Again, I'm about protecting my peace right now, and I just keep telling myself, the day will come when the truth is out, right, Matt? And everything is in line. Kind of like, and I don't know if you guys are on TikTok, but you know how that there's that whole situation with that mom and the girl who was obviously, who was bullied, yada, yada, yada. And she, not yada, yada, because God, it was tragic. But then she got silenced because, they said that she was bullying them, blah, 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 blah. They went to court. She was patient, she was quiet, and the truth eventually came out, and she got justice. And I'm just waiting for that day. It's going to happen. It could happen, in a few months, or it could happen in a few years. But either way, it's going to happen. And I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it taking so long because a lot of this shit probably would have stopped. But if it takes longer because it means that I'm going to look even better in the long run, then I'm okay with that. And it's so nice knowing that I'm not the one in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, And Matt and I had this discussion, like a few months ago about like how like now that he's not drinking and stuff, like he feels so good. Like when I ask like, is everything like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And he's like, no, like I can genuinely be like, I'm good. It feels so good to know that you haven't done anything.
Yep. It's that clear conscience.
Right. And that's what it is for me. Like, I'm good because all the things that they have accused me of, and that's another thing, guys, the things that they accuse me of, we have to prove our defamation cases on all of this and slander. So when we have the proof, when we get the proof, we hand it to the attorney, and it's just so satisfying because it's like, we do it now. We provide the proof now. However, there's no court, right? There's no judge, there's no anything. But once that happens, it's going to be like, there's no like, oh, she's twisting the story, or oh, they're still lying, or oh, they're doing this. No. It was proven in court.
Right. So like, let's take something simple that we can talk about.
Go ahead.
Like a foreclosure.
A foreclosure.
Right.
So they're trying to say that we are broke, we foreclosed on our house, yada, yada, yada.
So what did our attorney ask for? He had asked for all of our payments to the bank, all of our mortgage history, all of our, everything from our mortgage company.
And everything publicly listed about our house.
So it's like,
nowhere in there is there a foreclosure.
how satisfying is it that you know, not even a pre-foreclosure,
Correct.
not even a missed payment.
Not even a missed payment. But I know that, and we're not like, oh my God, like they found out. No, we know. We're good.
Right.
Like the new rumor is that we had $100,000 lien on our house. That never happened. You can go search for it. Go ahead. There is no $100,000 lien on our house. Never was, never have been. We have always paid our bills on time. I mean, prior to my bankruptcy.
We were owed money.
We were owed money. We were actually suing the builder. And then when we sold the house, we said, we don't want the bad juju, so we're just moving on. We're just going to drop the case. So we actually had to provide to our attorney yesterday the lawsuit that we were drafting up to sue our builder for the money that he owed us that we just never ended up filing. So it's like, for me, it's already satisfying because we know that we're good. But
it's just nice.
It's going to be even better when there is a judge that says it, and that these people who are hiding behind screens have to come face to face with me and try me. Because I'm not guilty, I'm not like raging about it, right? Like because I didn't do anything in the situation, because I have proof of everything, like I'm not angry. I'm more just like, it's annoying. It's what I've told you guys all the time. It's like an annoying gnat, right, Matt? It's like, just go away. You know what I mean? Like, so it'll be so satisfying to me when I have court. It was almost like the DSS case. Like when we got our paper from DSS that was like unfounded, like absolutely crazy. Our DSS lady wrote us like a really long email basically saying these people are crazy, we should take them to court, yada, yada. And I had all of that. And it was so satisfying because I already knew, obviously, that I am not abusing my children. Matt is not abusing our children. Our children are well taken care of. However, it was just that added level of the actual paperwork, which that's another thing that's in the lawsuit, of course. But it's like having that extra added paper is like Matt, they said Matt got a DUI when he got into his car accident. That never happened.
Nope.
And we have proof of that. So it'll be really nice when we go to court and we're like, here you go, defamation and slander and this, and here's all the proof. So it'll just be really, really satisfying. Really satisfying. And I'll be the last one smiling, just like I am now.
Okay. Clothing.
We know of some of them, yes. And the thing is, our attorney wants to make sure that the people that we're going after are like we have a cut and dry, open and closed case. So 4 or 5 of them, we have open and closed, cut and dry cases. And they will be alerted when the time comes that this is happening. I mean, we've kind of given them hints. They think we're lying, but again, I don't lie. So when someone comes knocking at their door, surprise, I wasn't lying. Lying. Surprise, shouty. Yeah, exactly, Angela. And that's what our attorney is. That's another thing our attorney is talking about, is how they are actively attempting and purposely, what is it called? Tortious
interference.
Tortious interference of business. Apparently that's illegal.
Well, there's multiple different types of.
Okay. Well, oh, Angie, one of them is my brother as well. And my sister-in-law, who we haven't talked to. I have so much tea on him too that I would just love to share with you guys, but I'm not going to stoop to his level.
Mm-hmm.
If you only knew, I have so much tea. The tea is piping with my brother. But I tried to protect my mom, you know what I mean, by not sharing the tea. Even though, you know, he doesn't talk to my mom anymore. But I just decided that I was just going to be the better person. And it's not about being the bigger person anymore. It's about being the better person. Right, Matt? Like I'm always the bigger person. I always have to be the bigger person. I've always had to be the bigger person. So for me, it's not about being the bigger person anymore. It's about being the better person. And I know I'm the better person. And I will always be the better person. And will I have a moment where maybe I tell somebody off? Yeah. But guess what? I will never stoop to that level and go and stalk people and harass them and, you know, call DSS on them and make up lies about them and spread them all over web pages and try and get them fired from their jobs and try and get people to stop supporting their job. I will never do that shit because I will never be that miserable. That's all I have to say about that. And make up lies about them and spread them all over web pages and try and get them fired from their jobs and try and get people to stop supporting their job. I will never do that shit because I will never be that miserable. That's all I have to say about that. We all have the crazy sibling. We all have the crazy sibling, the crazy aunt, the crazy uncle, the crazy grandma, the crazy parent. We all have one of the crazies in the family, okay? And again, I don't say crazy as a derogatory term, okay? I'm just, you know how I'm saying it. But we have the black sheep, the rogue family member, we'll call them, right, Matt? The rogue family member. We all have one of them. And no one wants to be associated with them, but everybody in your family tells you because they're family, you have to be associated with them, blah, 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 blah. Well, I figured out long ago that I didn't need that shit. And I did not listen to my mom. My mom was not happy about it, but thank God I didn't listen to my mom because here we are. All right, so these pants. A lot of people have been purchasing these pants, and I'm glad. Let me get this shirt, though. I found tie-dye joggers, 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay. Woo, woo! Yes, Ashley. And I'm like, no, I don't got to talk to them. I am Edward Scissorhands up in this bee. I joke about it all the time. Chelsea and I actually both personally joke about it all the time. We always say, people tell you, you can't just cut them out of their life, right? They say, you can't just cut them out of your life. And you're like, watch me. Get your Edward Scissorhands out, ladies. Bye. And then just act like they don't exist. That's what I do. It's worked for me for so long. Okay, so these pants, guys, I am in the pink color. Oh, Mary, that's because it's everybody else's job to take care of everybody else's kids. Didn't you know? I truly believe in the it takes a village type of like mentality. I really do. But it's when the village like agrees or like willingly wants to. Like when you see a child in trouble, you help. Right? I mean, that it takes a village. When your friend or your neighbor needs a lending hand, you help. It takes a village. But when somebody just like willy-nilly just like ignores their kid while their kid is doing, you know, whatever, like interrupting maybe one of your lessons or something, that's not taking a village. That's a lack of parenting, but that's just me. Okay, go ahead. Alrighty, let's change the price of my slides. Ow, ow! Oh, are the police here?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna change these to $14.99, and then I'm gonna hop off because the police are here. Can the size 8 sandals fit in a 705? I wouldn't size down in those, Marlene, honestly. I would probably stay true to size in those. Okay, summer casual sandal. Now, I changed the price to these to $14.99. Hi, I'm gonna hop off right in 2 seconds. $14.99 for these sandals, okay? They are fitting true to size. If you have a wide foot, you can size up. You do not have to because this has a little bit of give. But I have white, taupe, mauve, and gray in these for $14.99, y'all. They're so grippy and amazing. Again, they fit true to size. So, sold 107, white, taupe, mauve, or gray, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, or 10. Remember, guys, I'm gonna hop off the live. I will be right back on the live as soon as the officer leaves the house. These prices will stay discounted. I will rescan everything when I come back live. Hopefully I'll be live in a half hour, but I will see you guys then. Again, I'm not going to share too much information. I know you guys have known that we've been dealing with harassment and stalking, so you kind of get the gist, but we will be back shortly. Remember, keep shopping. I will be picking a pay winner, so pay now, 9 p.m. I'm going to say 9:05 is the cutoff, and then we'll pick a pay winner for the 9:05. That person will be able to choose their own makeup junkie, and the second live will choose a complete. Let you know that this could possibly end in the middle of the live sale. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Lisa. And the reason being is because, as you guys know, I have been facing some serious, what should I say, like stalking and harassment. So we do have a police officer coming to the house. It will take them quite a bit of time to get here. So I figured I would go live, do what I could do until the police officer got here. Once the police officer, he or she, gets here, then I will obviously have to drop off the live so I can handle the things that I need to handle. And then I will try, so long as it's not super late, to hop back on to give you the remainder of the deal. So there potentially could be 2 lives tonight, and I will be picking pay winners for both if it ends up being split into 2 live sales, okay? So I just wanted to give you that heads up. I don't want you to be alarmed if I suddenly am like, oh, they're here, I gotta go. That is why I am hopping off, okay? I'm not, you know me, I'm not a secretive person. I'm not gonna tell you in what the manner is, but you guys know we've been dealing again with stalking and harassment, so we've had to notify the police yet once again, and they have to come by to do some things with us. So, if I hop off, that is why. And the reason I'm saying there might be a second live is because if the police officer is here for an extended period of time taking our report and doing whatever they will be doing, then obviously I won't be live because it will be too late. You know, but it could be quick, or the police officer could show up in 15 minutes, or they could show up in an hour and I might be done already. The world may never know. They've got other things to deal with. So, so that is what's happening. So tonight, if I disappear, don't be alarmed, okay? Like, don't be alarmed. Don't let anybody spread rumors and say that, you know, I'm being arrested or some crazy shit. None of that is happening. I'm making reports against other individuals. So that is factual information. And I'm not sure if you could look up police reports, but if you can, you'll be able to find it in a few business days, I'm sure, because you're crazy. Not you guys, certain people. But again, if I disappear, don't be alarmed. If I don't come back, I'm sure I am fine. It is just that the police officer took a little bit longer than we anticipated, but I should be back. Okay. Now, everything tonight on this live sale will be discounted for you guys, but it's only discounted for the live. So if I do hop off and I've discounted like 10 of the items, they will stay discounted until my second live or until I announce that I'm not going live again. Okay. But again, if I have to hop off, I will pick a pay winner for the first live. So as soon as I say, hey, I gotta go, make sure you check out. I'll pick a pay winner and I'll post that pay winner. And then the second live will hopefully be as regular. I'll just pick it on the thing. The live winner will be able to already. Okay. I'm untying this as if the tie does anything. What an idiot.
Put some pants on.
I'm like, thank God the police officer did not.
Yeah, I
walk into
imagine he
that
walked in
door.
right now. Woo! He'd be in her for a whole show.
He literally was like, he walked in and kind of just like looked around. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize because, you know, it's just another day. I mean, typically I'm either in a pajama or underwear. So having a bralette and a skirt on is a rare occasion.
I literally.
Being
that's
that clothed is a rare occasion. Yeah, Andrea, thank you for the feedback. An entire closet, like double door closet of just school supplies for them. Books, educational science stuff. STEM games, you know, all of their like, you know, their workbooks, supplies. And they literally she opened the door and she was like, you have an entire elementary school in this closet. And you know, we did because Miss Caitlin brought a ton of her elementary school stuff over to the house as well and stacked the closet with it because she was using it as well. But we were like, yes, we do. So that's when she pulled out their binders. We have bins of all of their binders. And now in the state of South Carolina, you have to report to your association twice a year to tell them how many days of school they did, what they did. They want a breakdown. And Miss Caitlin is extra AF and wrote the whole 9. So we have a binder for every single time that we need to submit. So Miss Caitlin was with us for 2 whole school years. And we had 4 full binders and we were working on binder number 5. And you know, Steph, after it was all said and done,
that's a thing in itself.
She said that this is absolutely malicious reporting.
It's called malicious reporting and it's taken very seriously.
Very seriously, and she would be happy to help us when the time comes and we do end up in court for this. She will be happy to help us. And she actually suggested that I do talk about it and make sure to say, please do not take these services away from people and children who actually need it. Because she said, I spent 2 hours here going over something that was a malicious and false report.
Correct.
And I have to come back again and take away from people who actually need me.
And she was with people the same day as us who actually needed the service.
Correct, but we were taking the time away from her.
Correct. And
Oh, Sandy, we have to go to court with a lot of different people. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know if they're gonna do everybody at one time.
Right.
If we have a bunch of different places.
Yeah, where it's gonna
I don't know
be.
if it's gonna take place where we are or where they are. We're not sure. Our attorney has been digging through there because he needs to find proof of defamation on all 6 people.
5.
On 5 people that we obviously already know and they've been linked. And he finally emailed you Friday?
We talked
Thursday, and said that he found the last 2 missing people's defamation, and they actually this weekend completely and utterly defamed us. So they're done. So every single time something like this happens, our police department, we need to make a police report. So we've made like 5 police reports this weekend because every time something like this happens, whether it be stalking, whether it be defamatory, whether it be slander, or whether it be something like this sexual exploitation thing that they're trying to make me, we need to have a police report so that when we go to court, we just have full, it's not just go on this website and look, because we're not even going to just have that. They're going to show that we were very serious about it by placing police reports for everything that now my attorney has. So Correct, Dana. It's the same
It's
in
the
South
same.
Carolina.
It's the same in New Jersey as well. South Carolina and New Jersey.
So, Christina, we have not been able to figure it out. They say we lie, when we can talk about that shortly. They say that we scam people. I don't know. It's a bunch. Okay, and I'll explain this because this is another thing that we need to get into. So, we do know that one of the people, and this is a new one of the people is my brother. And now my brother is airing out dirty laundry from our person. Anyway, see, look.
Look, the border was spoken to.
You're not a stalker, but you spoke to the border. Are y'all listening to this? Are y'all witnessing and listening to this? See? See? So all you're doing is proving my point. Can you take a picture of that? Because that's another thing we'll put on the police report.
Yeah, because we know that's either one of them, you know?
There you go. That they're calling a border and asking people and asking people about my dogs. If you're not proving my point, I don't know what you are doing. Anybody who reads can see that y'all are insane. See that?
The border was spoken to.
See that? And that's not even true because we had the dogs then.
Correct.
I know when we picked the dogs up.
Correct.
See? You see what I'm talking about? This is the stuff. Like, they're just literally going crazy. Oh no, we're gonna say that this just proves that you're stalking us because you're so convinced that you're not stalking us, yet you stay on our live sales and say crazy stuff like this. And then when we prove you wrong, you still try to be like, oh, they're lying.
You're not checking on an animal's well-being.
You're not. You're stalking. That's not checking on an animal's freaking well-being.
You're stalking.
You're stalking us. You're stalking us. So anyway, let's continue. A list of things that I would like to discuss because I want the facts and the truth to be known because I am tired of them taking the things that I do or I say and changing them to their narrative because they know I'm not going to address them or give them the energy. Okay? So, this brings me to my first topic, DSS. And we're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about DSS.
And I will, again, I have proof of everything. I do not need to provide it here. I will provide it when I go to court. We have an attorney involved. We have already spoken to the attorney about all of this, obviously. I have to make a police report every single time some of this crap comes up to protect me and my children. And that was directly from not only DSS told us to do that, but our police department, 2 now police departments, have told us this. So, first thing, DSS. It's basically DIFUS. What is it?
It's Child Protective Services.
It's Child Protective Services.
Department of Social Services, family.
Somebody called DSS on us and told everybody in that group to call DSS on us because we abuse our children. In fact, do you have that report really quickly? They said, and they're saying, I never said that. But I'm going to show you that they did because, again, receipts. They said that I physically abuse, educationally neglect, and sexually abuse my children. Now, they claim they never said that I sexually abused my children, but their report that I got from my lovely and extremely kind DSS woman, which I'm not going to give her name, obviously,
phenomenal,
says exactly what they reported, and that is on there. Matt's pulling it up.
I have it up. I just don't want to get off of this screen.
Okay. So, if you want to pull it up here, maybe.
I'm going to send it.
So, long story short, DSS came and visited us while we were in Tour de Fleur. We called them because we could see on our camera that it was them because our pop socket on our phone said it. Anyway, long story short, when we came back from Florida, because we're an open book, we were like, come over. Come see the house. come see the kids. We already let them know about the group, obviously. Okay, we already let them know about the group. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I've got like 9 more topics, so I hope you guys are in for an entire ride. And there is a long reason why I'm doing this, and at the end, I will explain it why, because I need to have it all in one place for legal purposes. Okay, so, oh yes. Is it here?
Yep. I don't know how you get that to rotate though.
Sexual abuse and physical neglect. Y'all saw that, right? They claim, no, it's not that. They would like to know about, what was it, Matt? About naked sleepovers. They wanted to know why do they say that we do not educate our children?
Why we keep them from their family.
Why we withhold them from their family. She even asked, and the sad part is that the kids had to be involved in this. And I think that's what pissed me off the most, because they had to obviously interview the kids, which in turn terrified them because they don't know what's going on.
Right.
Okay? And they want to talk about us abusing our children. The only people who are abusing our children are these people on the internet. They take their pictures, they mock them, they make fun of them, they talk terribly about them. They now they are trying to sexually exploit our kids. Not me. They're trying to turn it into something sexual. They're saying how I was removed from Facebook because I was posting naked or half naked pictures of the kids. No, I was removed from Facebook because I posted pictures of MJ with no shirt on and he has long hair, and they were saying he is a female. So did they think I was sexually exploiting a female? Yeah, except I hate to break the news to you, but MJ is a male. He wears no shirt. I mean, it's not a secret, okay? So anyway, she came over, she interviewed the kids traumatized for the record. And the kids happily showed her the entire house. Now, you know our house is not big, so it's not like we could go and hide anything anywhere, or we could just pull, I don't know, random school books or years worth of work out of nowhere.
Yes.
Now, Miss Caitlin is an extremely organized person, despite what everybody says about her. She has her master's degree from Penn State University. She was teaching for 10 years prior to leaving the school system and coming working for us. She knew what she was doing. She created binders for them with all of their work, with all of their progress updates.
Progress reports, report cards.
Our children test at higher levels, and this is, again, no one's business, which is why I've never said it. Our children test at higher levels than public school children. And again, I would like to say that there is nothing wrong with the public school system. I have never said anything. I like having the freedom of teaching my kids the way I want to teach them. That's no secret, okay? The public school is very by the book. That is just the way it is. That does not mean that I don't believe in the public school system. First of all, my best friend is a public school teacher. Second of all, I have said since day one, if my kids ever asked to go back to public school, I would absolutely send them back to public school if they ever asked. Third, you guys know I aspired to be a teacher. That's what I went to school for before New Jersey started requiring 12 extra credits to graduate with your teaching certificate. I was offered a full ride to Coastal Carolina for cheerleading to go to cheer for and with a teaching degree. Okay? So I never, have I said kids are germy and gross? Absolutely. Kids can be. And that's anywhere. That could be homeschool, that could be kids who are in school, that could be just kids, babies, right? Nowhere in there do I say I don't like children, I don't like the public school I don't like the public school system. I don't like nowhere have I said that. Okay? Second, our children are incredibly intelligent. Grayson is 8 years old, and he will be going into 4th grade. 4th, not 3rd, you heard me correctly. 4th grade. 8-year-olds that missed the cutoff are only going into 3rd grade next year. Our child is going into 4th grade because he is an entire year ahead of classmates his age. And that is due to all of the hard work that he put in, that I put in, that Matt put in, that Miss Caitlin put in. Okay? My parents have helped him with school. So to call my children unintelligent and uneducated and report us for educational neglect when we have proof of everything that they do every single day, you only see small snippets of my life. I am awake for about 18 to 20 hours a day. I barely sleep. You see maybe 2 to 3 hours of that 18 to 20 hours of our lives. So to assume that we don't do any, it was unfounded on, what did she say? Level 1 or something?
Category 1.
Category 1, unfounded report. Abuse and neglect was ruled out by the investigator assessment. Okay? Category 2, which we're obviously category 1, but I'd like to read you the tiers here so you can understand how minimal risk my children are at. Category 2 is the investigator assessment did not produce preponderance of the evidence that the child is abused or neglected. So like they couldn't really figure it out. It wasn't a definitive, but they couldn't figure it out. So they said, no, never mind.
And just to address this, it wasn't because she spent a lot of time
She did.
with us.
She sure did. Category 3, an investigation assessment could not be completed because the department was unable to locate the child or family for some other compelling reason, which we called them and told them, here, come to our house. You are welcome to come whenever you would like. Okay? So just to show proof here, and I'm going to hide her name to protect her. We are category 1. Okay? It was unfounded. And the fact that we had to go through this and our children had to go through this is absolutely absurd. She wanted to know about the naked parties. I said, I sleep in my underwear. Do my kids crawl in bed with me sometimes? Absolutely. So she came in my room and she looked at my room. She said, you have a king size bed and a whole couch that's a twin size. Where does everyone sleep? Ask the kids. I didn't say anything. She asked the kids, where do you sleep? And Matthew and Grayson said, sometimes we sleep here in the bed with her. Sometimes we sleep on the couch. Sometimes we bring in a blow-up mattress. She said, so what happens during the naked sleepovers? And they're like, we sleep? And she's like, and?
That's it.
And they're like, we go to bed. Sometimes we just like being near each other. And she's like, so you're just coming in here and sleeping. What are you wearing? She asked the kids. They said, our underwear. What is mommy wearing? Her underwear. And she's like, okay. Like, she was expecting much more. She wanted to see their schooling stuff, which we have. And again, just because we don't take pictures doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We have an entire closet, like double door closet of just school supplies for them. Books, educational science stuff.
STEM games.
All of their their workbooks, supplies. And they literally she opened the door and she was like, you have an entire elementary school in this closet. And we did because Miss Caitlin brought a ton of her elementary school stuff over to the house as well and stacked the closet with it because she was using it as well. But we were like, yes, we do. So that's when she pulled out their binders. We have bins of all of their binders. And now in the state of South Carolina, you have to report to your association twice a year to tell them how many days of school they did, what they did. They want a breakdown. And Miss Caitlin is extra AF and wrote the whole 9. So we have a binder for every single time that we need to submit. So Miss Caitlin was with us for 2 whole school years. And we had 4 full binders and we were working on binder number 5. And Steph, after it was all said and done,
that's a thing in itself.
she said that this is absolutely malicious reporting.
It's called malicious reporting, and it's taken very very seriously.
Very seriously, and she would be happy to help us when the time comes and we do end up in court for this. She will be happy to help us. And she actually suggested that I do talk about it and make sure to say, please do not take these services away from people and children who actually need it. Because she said, I spent 2 hours here going over something that was a malicious and false report.
Correct.
And I have to come back again and take away from people who actually need me.
And she was with people the same day as us who actually needed the service.
Correct, but we were taking the time away from her.
Correct. And
Oh, Sandy, we have to go to court with a lot of different people. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to do everybody at one time.
Right.
But if we have a bunch of
Where-
different places,
yeah, where it's gonna
I don't know
be.
if it's going to take place where we are or where they are. We're not sure. Our attorney has been digging through there because he needs to find proof of defamation on all 6 people.
Five.
On 5 people that we obviously already know, and they've been linked. And he finally emailed you Friday.
we talked Thursday.
Thursday and said that he found the last 2 missing people's defamation, and they actually this weekend completely
Yeah.
and utterly defamed us. So they're done. So every single time something like this happens, our police department, we need to make a police report. So we've made like 5 police reports this weekend because every time something like this happens, whether it be stalking, whether it be defamatory, whether it be slander, or whether it be something like this sexual exploitation thing that they're trying to make me, we need to have a police report so that when we go to court, we just have full, it's not just go on this website and look, because we're not even going to just have that. They're going to show that we were very serious about it by placing police reports for everything that now my attorney has. So, correct, Dana. It's the same
It's
in
the
South
same.
Carolina.
It's the same in New Jersey as well. South Carolina and New Jersey.
So, Christina, we have not been able to figure it out. They say we lie, when we can talk about that shortly. They say that we scam people. I don't know. It's a bunch. Okay, and I'll explain this because this is another thing that we need to get into. So we do know that one of the people, and this is a new one of the people is my brother. And now my brother is airing out dirty laundry from our personal family stuff from like 30 plus years ago. That has no effect on me, my mom, or my dad. Now, my brother stopped talking to Matt and I
Right after we got.
right after we had MJ,
Yeah.
right? So
Really great people today. So, I'm not worried about it. It's had a really, really, really great meeting today. Hi, Donna. Just joining. We have 7 minutes left, guys. And what her actual last name is. There we go. Got it. I found out some really, really interesting facts today, guys. Found out some really cool stuff today. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Jen. Jen, what did you get? Whoo, you guys go. Check out to be in for the running. You have to check out to be in for the running. I got that address. Yes, my eyes were very opened today with the people I met with. So, got big things coming. Big things coming. Big, big things. Oh, Jenny, I hope you get in for the running. You got 1 minute left to get in for the running for the $100 credit. I hope you get it. Like that. Yeah, I like stripes on you. What else do we have? You guys get your black leggings? Everybody, black leggings alert. Black legging alert. Black legging alert. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I can't go in there personally because
She's
I get.
never in there.
You want to know why? Because when I read things about my children, it sets me off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in a bad mood all
Yeah.
fucking day when I read stuff about my kids. So he goes in there for legal
She
purposes.
can't go in there. Miss Caitlin doesn't go in there.
Chelsea doesn't go in there.
doesn't
Chelsea's
go in
too
there.
sensitive for it.
They don't go in there. I do go in there.
But again, he goes in there for, we're gonna call it legal purposes.
I don't live in there. I go in there for what I need to go in there for.
Correct.
And then I'm out.
Correct.
I don't care. Listen, I've had enough bad shit to happen to me in my life too, where like what these lies are about me, I don't care. I know I didn't get fired from the government. I know I didn't foreclose on
but we
my
also have proof of all of that.
Yeah, I know we didn't foreclose on our house. You know what I mean? Like, I know.
Exactly. I had to actually, Kate and Gino's right here. Kate! I had to ask her
Yeah.
to take one for the team
And get
and go in
screenshots.
there and get screenshots for me
And
because,
thank God she did.
because that's what we have to discuss in a few days when I can discuss
Yeah.
it. But I had to send her in there to get it for me because I can't do it because if I see MJ or Grayson
Yeah.
being talked negatively about, it sets me off into a fiery fucking rage.
Yeah.
I don't care if they talk about Matt and I.
Yeah.
It really, we know who we are. It's the kids. I don't need them reading that shit about themselves in a few years. That's not okay. It's never okay. I don't need their friends reading
Yeah.
shit about them. No, thank you. It's disgusting and it's not okay. Don't talk about kids. You never talk negatively about anybody, period. Okay? That's like a general rule of thumb.
And they
but talking about children,
And they like to tell themselves, and they like to tell themselves they don't talk about the kids. They do. You can go in there and see.
quite literally, MJ's face is there
They
with like a
talk shit
scribble
about
over
the
his
kids.
face.
They
It's
say-
gross.
They say MJ's dirty. They say their teeth are dirty. They say we neglect them because we don't give them braces.
He can't get braces.
You can't get braces yet.
That's why we went to the orthodontist. Remember the orthodontist you called to make sure that we dropped off the presents for the angel tree? Remember
Yeah,
that one?
orthodontist.
That's the one MJ went and saw.
Can't get braces
He
yet.
can't get braces because his teeth aren't in. That's why his teeth got pulled at the dentist, which I also took a picture of and posted.
We don't provide brace and speech therapy. Oh, wait. Should we call our pediatric dentist who told us not to see a speech therapist yet until all of his front teeth fully come in?
Also, his pediatrician who said it's not an issue right now. But we don't take the kids to the doctors, remember?
Put this one out the window. Oh, it was all their credibility.
Oh my god, I was like, what? The window's broken? Did you see the sheer terror on my face? I had sheer terror on my face. Also, our children brush their teeth in the morning and at night, for the record. That's most
With
that's,
their
electric
fancy
toothbrush.
electric tooth.
But that's more than a lot of kids can say. I only brushed once a day as a child,
Yeah.
personally. Our kids floss, they brush twice a day, and they mouthwash.
So that just goes to show you again.
Just wait. When we drop the bomb on you that we're about to drop on you in a few days, and I hope you guys are here for this.
I'll text her tomorrow.
When we drop that bomb on you guys, all the credibility has already gone out the window. But even more, like any ounce left, if you were ever even questioning whether anything that came out of any of these crazy people's mouths are true, it's a goner.
Okay.
It's a goner.
Okay. It's good.
And I'm
good.
gonna hold up the paper and be like,
It's good, Kate. Trust me. It's good.
But again, I can't say anything, and I've been telling you for a few weeks that I can't say anything. I can't say anything until I get the green light from the person that's going to give me the green light to say something. So I'm just waiting for that person. Matt is going to text that person tomorrow, and then I will have the green light. And I'm actually going to ask the person how much I can share.
She said you can be very open.
Yeah, but I'm like, can I like we get copies of it? Like, can I be like,
Can we post that?
yeah. I'm dead. One of our customers brought to our attention that there is this bullshit about us and somebody talking about defamation, blah, 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 not being true. Someone specifically is about to find out the definition of defamation. Okay? I'm not going to get into the details. But before somebody goes on the internet talking about things they don't know anything about, they might want to either A, shut their mouths, or B, fact check. Okay? I will say this. Defamation is something that you have to prove is ultimately false and hurts the person's reputation. Okay? Saying that Matt and I sexually abuse, physically abuse, and educationally abuse / neglect our children, and then DSS finding it unfounded is defamation. I would like to make everyone aware of that. So before we're throwing around, and there are plenty of other things that, again, I cannot discuss right now because my attorney has not given me the green light on those. That is what defamation is. And y'all about to find out when we go to court what defamation looks like. Because these people are idiots because they're posting stuff. People are able to find who it is. And our attorney is having an effing field day with all of the proof. Because we're not the ones going around bad-mouthing people. We're not the ones saying things that are untrue about people and lying about people.
That's right.
That's what defamation is. And yes, DSS came knocking on our door, and guess what? Unfounded, and I have the proof. And in court, we're going to replay that shit and post it, and then we'll see who's lying.